Good evening, people. Good evening. It's good night. Good night. Sravanti mentioned very good thing. Good evening, sir. Firstly, I want to know your designation and where you are working. My company. Okay. You have to visit the LinkedIn profile. All right, Sravanti? Go to my LinkedIn profile and you have everything in there. All right. Let's wait. Who else is there? Who else is here? Now, who else? Who else is here? Tell me your name and location if you are joining live. And today we are going to talk about, today we are going to discuss about the placements, the deals and offers, and what influences our performance. All right? Excuse me. All right, all right. Let me know, where are you joining from? Where are you joining from? Can you hear me properly? Can you hear me, guys? If you hear me properly, let me know here. Hi, sir. Good evening. Hey, Shravanti. Good to see you once again. How are you? Sham Prasad. Hey, Sham. How are you? Okay, I'm audible. All right. All right. Okay, so have your questions ready with you. And first, we will go what is that is required for us as a recruiter to be successful. Then we'll go with the Q&A. Okay. Or let's see how it goes. All right, while I'm sharing the knowledge information, I may pick few questions and go on. All right, Sarvanti, I'm doing pretty good, thank you very much for asking. And you asked a question and I suggest you to go to LinkedIn and look at the profile. And yeah, that's what I'm answering. Have you visited my LinkedIn profile? If not, go visit there and you will have everything there. Just to give you information, I'm running my own company, Spark Academy, and I'm a mentor coach for IT recruiters. All right? Perfect. Perfect. I was working as a director of talent acquisition, and I left that job and I started on my own to help people to make and work on their communication, on the skills. What is that going to give them more productivity? Okay, and that is what I do. Currently I'm in Andhra. Currently I'm in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, currently I'm staying in Vijayanagaram. It is near Visakhapatnam. Do you guys know about this place? I'm sure you guys. Okay, yes. Yeah, just to give you brief information where I was from, I'm basically from Odisha, and I moved to Hyderabad in 2004-5. Then, oh, Shravanti lives in Vijayanagaram. Awesome, awesome. Then, due to pandemic, I shifted here nearby to my parents, my sister, and here is my in-laws stay nearby. So I thought, okay, let's stay here and impact people. All right. Awesome. All right, let's meet once, Shravanti. Okay, we'll plan and we'll meet. Okay, very good. Hey, Nirmal, how are you? How are you? Guys, have your questions ready. Have your questions ready, and we are going to discuss about that. Okay, and today is going to be a very exciting one. And if you stay till the end, you are going to explore so many new things. Okay, so now let's go in. Let's go in and understand what impacts our placements and offers. So first and foremost, do you guys know how to analyze our performance. That is the first thing we need to understand as a recruiter. Well, we never taught it, we never learned it, neither the managers know the process. At least my managers didn't know how to analyze my process or the step by step milestones that can lead to a tangible goal. All right. What is that? Sir, I have taken training on US IT staffing. I need placement, sir. What should I do? Hang on, hang on. That's a different question. Hang on. I'm doing well, sir. Hope you are doing same. Very excited for the session. Yes, Nirmal, I'm too excited. Thank you very much, guys, for joining, and glad to have you people here. Shravanti, just keep brushing up your skills and we'll connect. Okay. And yes, so now regarding your offers, regarding your placement, so now we are so worried about our placements end of the month. Okay, we are so worried about if we have a backout. We get upset if a candidate did not show up, or we get scolding by the management when candidate rejects an offer, sorry, an interview as well, right? Did this happen to you ever, that you are expecting an offer and all of a sudden boom, candidate has gone? You are scheduling an interview, candidate never show up. Did this ever happen to you? I'm sure this is what this industry has, and most of us will face the same problem. So now the problem is you try to avoid this altogether. Okay, if any recruiter is trying to avoid, meaning 100% clean record, it is never going to happen. First thing, why? We are dealing with people. We are dealing with people who are built with emotions, past experiences, past experience with the society, and their own experience, right? So we are just not talking or working with a human body, but we're working with multiple different emotions and experiences, right? And now, if you want to have these people join at the project, but they do not join, and you get upset. So now you need to understand that this is all in the game. Okay, this is what you got to write as a mantra, people. This is all in the game, and you should not be going through, I mean, you should not be having these kind of backouts, interview no shows most of the time. Okay, so these are the setbacks should come as a learning. Got it? And this could be the things you hear a lot of the time, but here I'm going to give you something specific. Okay, so if a candidate is not showing up to the interview, do you know that is that person is not going to show up, or is there any reason that person cannot show up? Have you handled that in the call? All right, before I go more, let me ask this question to all the people, whoever in the call, and I believe your experience. Guys, how long do you spend with a candidate on an average on the phone? Okay. Alok is asking how and what to talk with a consultant. All right, that's a good question. Answer to my question first. How long do you spend on an average on a call with the candidate? Okay, now answer, make it fast. 5 minutes. Shan Prasad said 5 minutes. Very good, very good. Keep coming in, keep coming in. I like you guys because you are pretty interactive. Okay, I would definitely love to meet you people. Alok Kumar says 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes. And yes, guys, would you love if we, the Facebook community, the YouTube subscribing community can arrange a special Zoom meeting and discuss or talk about something? Would you like that? Do you want me to arrange? Nirmal Sharma, 20 minutes, around 20 minutes. Okay. So do you like if we get together all the subscribers and have a Zoom meetings sort? Shravanti, yes, excited, right? So that I can able to see with you, I can hear your voice, right? That's the only thing that I wanted to know. I can hear you. Alok says, yes, all right, guys, let me work and I'm gonna put that in here so that we all can have a good get together over Zoom call. Okay. This Sunday, that's a pretty close notice, so we can do that. I'm gonna put that the calendar invite. I'm gonna put that add soon. Okay. This Sunday will go live. This Sunday also go live, and this could be the second week successfully if we meet live. All right. Now here we have 5 minutes, and around 20 minutes. Now the question is, I'm gonna tell Alok, the tomorrow's live will be at 10 o'clock. Okay. I will be sharing what is the topic we are going to learn in that call, and I'm going to share that Zoom link, okay, that when we are going to meet. Got it? So now coming to the answers, you said 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever the timing. Now, do focus here, okay? Now I'm going to share something. Focus here. Do you spend that time talking or asking for the details more, or do you spend that time listening more? If you are in 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes category, I assume that those time goes like, hey John, this is so and so from so and so company, and I have this job requirement. Are you available for this job? The candidate says yes. All right, I got your resume from dice.com, and I believe this is updated one. So here we are looking for a 6 years of business analyst and so and so. Are you available in the market? Candidates say yes. All right, that's awesome. Okay, so this is for so and so client, and this is for 6 months contract. Would you be interested? Candidate says yes. Since this is your local position, I hope you can able to travel. Candidate says yes. Then what else? All right, so I have your updated resume, or I believe the resume that you have in dice.com is the updated one. Do you want me to download that and use it? Candidate says yes. Then what else? Okay, so what is the rate that you are expecting? I'm expecting $60. Candidate, you are gonna say, oh, okay, we don't have $60, but we have 55. Is that okay with you? 55. Okay, you can go. All right. So I need a few details before I submit your resume. Shall I? Yes. First name, last name, contact number, email ID. What is that? Visa status, location, availability for interview, availability for offer, and whatnot. All right. So everything looks good. This is my email. This is your email ID, that soandso.gmail.com. I'm going to send you the rate confirmation and RCR. Please reply back to that email confirming the hourly rate that we have discussed, that is $55 on Corp to Corp or W2, whatever. And once I have that, I'm going to send your resume to the client. Is it okay? And it says yes. Then okay, thank you. Boom. Nothing more than 4-5 minutes. Is this the way how it goes, guys? Or you may ask, how many years of business analyst experience do you have? 5 years, 6 years. Have you worked on this? Okay, yes. All right. Sir, we cannot talk about rate to the consultant. Why not? If it is a W2 candidate, you should. Okay? You should. Sir, tell me difference between bench sales recruiter and recruiter. Suresh, bench sales is who is marketing the H1 candidate, OPT candidate, EAD, in EAD candidates. Okay? Recruiter is that who is sourcing candidates and submitting. So for very simple example is, bench sales recruiter deals with candidates, recruiters deal with requirements, meaning bench sales recruiter looking for requirements and recruiters look for candidates. Okay, this is a simple thing. All right, I hope it answered your question. So now, in this conversation, and if you go a little bit deep about their experiences and so, where exactly we have built the rapport with the candidate? Didn't it more of a data collecting call? Didn't it more of a checklist kind of call? Didn't it more of a scripted call? That, okay, I'll call you, I'll tell you we have a job. If you have yes, all right, I'll collect this information and I'll submit. So now let me ask this question. This thing, this way of calling may get you a placement, get you 2 placements, 3 placements. How you are going to position yourself when you look for other jobs, how you are going to demand money with these skills, how you are going to grow to the next level if you make placements with the 5 minutes of calls. If your company is giving more placements with 5 minutes, it's awesome. Okay, stick with that. But I'm talking about most of the recruiters, because 5 minutes calls, we are not talking to a IVR system, we are talking to a human being. Okay. Oh, Suresh is from Vijayanagaram. Awesome, guys. Awesome. All right. All right. We can meet here. I think there are a lot of people here from Vijayanagaram. Awesome. And now the question is, do you want to stay as a best performer recruiter, or do you want to grow in this industry? Answer to this question. Do you want to be a recruiter, or do you want to grow in this industry? Are you working currently as a recruiter just to make some money and leave, or you are in this industry to make more from this industry and make this as career? Excuse me, performer. Alok says performer. Awesome, awesome. Who else? Who else, people? All right. So whoever at this stage, okay, for example, currently you are in Nirmal Shah, making a strong relationship with candidate is also important. Do not think any specific duration of time is required. It may go long or short. Yes. How many placements we can do in a month? So now, if you are at your stage with this much of knowledge, okay, with this much of knowledge, you reach this far. So if you want to go to this much, okay, if you want to go to this far, you have to have this much of knowledge. Would you agree with me? Your this much of knowledge brought you to this far. If you want to go to this far, do you think this much of knowledge is going to help you there? Or do you need something? Do you need to rework on something, on your skills that definitely need to increase your width that can go to the next level? And I'm talking to those people who love change and who love challenges. Okay. If you are currently in a company and you are thinking of changing the company, you are still not able to take steps to look for a change, somewhere you know at your current stage that I believe my career growth is not not with this company. You know everything, but still you are not able to take the next step. Is this something happening with you guys? That you know about your current job that you are not happy, but you still want to make money, and you know that in your current company you cannot make that much money and you want to change, but still there is something stopping you to take that step. Did that happen to you? Nirmal Sharma, performer. Okay, Alok says yes, and Nirmal says yeah, need to rework. Absolutely. So now the question is, what is that you are going to rework? What is that you are going to rework? So as I was talking with the CEO, the founder of CPAL, he shared very interesting thing with me. What did he share? Whenever we are growing in this industry, all the monotonous work, all the repeated work can be automated. Okay, communication. Awesome. Give a round of applause to Alok. Communication, and communication is a very broader thing, Alok, and specific to recruiter communication, that is the narrow thing that you need to focus. Okay, so here I was sharing about Mr. Samir Pinakalapati, who is the founder of CPOP. What did he share? He shared all the monotonous work, whatever recruiters are repeating with the repeated work, that are going to be automated. And now, if a recruiter joins a company and if he just uses the tool to automate his work, if that person do not evolves from the natural things or with God gift, then there are high possibility that that person can be replaced. Because we just bring someone, a college grad or a 10th class or a 12th pass, and we tell them, hey, this is what called a job description. You copy and you paste it, and you push this button or click on this button, it will go like this. Then you click this, it will just flash the requirement, and whatever the candidate, you receive the email, you send this email to them, and that person can do it. So now, if that much of work a software itself can do better for us, then what is the job of recruiter then? How we can focus making more placements? How we can demand more money? Do you have these questions or you have never thought about it? Put that in the comment box, people. Have we ever thought of it? If you're thinking staying at one place in your one company, that is best, nothing can happen to you. Guess what? There is a junior guy comes in, and yes, Alok says no. Good, good. Yes, I definitely love to hear the genuine comments, people. Manjit Chaudhary. Hey, Manjit, how are you? So here, what I'm trying to tell you is look at a long-term vision. Okay, have a long-term vision. It is not about your own company. It is not about the company that you're working with. It is about your career where you wanted to go. Okay. So here Raki messaged something. Okay. So I want to learn about different technologies in detail from a recruiter perspective. Please make videos on it. I'm in USA and Australian market. Okay, different technologies in details from a recruiter perspective. Okay, Raki, could you please elaborate what exactly you wanted to say? Okay, I'm having a hard time understanding. So now you are a recruiter, you're good, you're working from home, submitting 4 or 5 resumes, 10 resumes, monthly you're making one placement, everything's good. But how long you wanted to go like this? That is the question you should be asking to yourself. Okay. And what is that you can do to increase the placements? That is what you are making. If you as a recruiter can control the mechanism that influences the placements, then you can demand money in the market. Okay. So this is a process you need to rework on the reverse engineering process. Meaning, do you provide training, Alok? Yes, I do provide training, Alok. There are some mentees might be joining here, okay? So now, this is re-engineering, individual re-engineering, okay? So now let me tell my experience, okay? Before I became the director of talent acquisition, I was working as a recruiting manager in NTech Solutions. And prior to that, I was working as a team lead manager in Randstad Technologies. Okay, have you heard of Randstad Technologies? It's a $22 billion company then. Okay, world's second largest recruiting company. What happened? What made me to take the leaps? What made me to take the leaps? Okay, Nirmal has a question. So, what it needs, sir, a hard work or smart work to get what we are expecting with our current organization, like working 10 to 12 hours a day or smart work? Very good question. Dealing with W2 requirements is difficult. Can we please let me know how to overcome the W2 requirements? Venkatesh, what do you mean by how to overcome the W2 requirements? Okay. So now, all right, let me start to the. Okay. So yeah, let me finish my story, guys. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. No more questions, no more questions, no more questions. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me finish, okay? When I ask for question, hit the send button. If you want to write it down, draft it and keep it with you, okay? Now, I'm telling you what made me to go to the one level to the next level to the next level. In one level, I was focusing on my placements. In the another level, I was helping other people to make placements. On the third level, I was focusing on multiple businesses to bring revenue to the company. That is how we grow. So if you and yourself do not know how to influence placements, how you are going to help your team to influence their placements? If you say, I have 5 years, I have 6 years, I have 10 years of experience, now I want to be a team lead, I want to be a manager. Well, that's good. Now the question is, what is that you are going to do that will show a tangible results in your action and that can change somebody's output? And this is all possible with an analysis. And I bet with everyone here that you never sat with your manager who could able to reverse engineer where exactly you are lacking and how to improve. I would like to hear if you've done that. Have you ever done that reverse engineering analysis to your performance? And have you understood, ever pinpointed the exact problem, guys? I'm not talking about broad. If you've done it, well and good. If you've not done it, this is the time you should be focusing. Okay? To make more placements, you need to analyze whether you are not having placements or your team is not having placements. If your team is not having placements, and you are not having placement, your team is not having placements, then there is a problem with the client. If your team is not having placements, you are not having placements, but other vendors are making placements, then there is a problem with the company's approach. Okay? Did you understand? All right, hold on your question. Hold on your question, guys. Hold on. Let me finish this and I'll take your questions in 5 minutes. Okay? Hold on and I'll scroll and I get to your questions. First thing, if your company is not having placements, but other vendors are having placements, then your problem with not with the recruiters, but your approach with the client. You got to set that. If other team members are having placements and you are not having placements, then you got to look at your working style. Now, have you worked on those requirements that your team worked, still you did not have placements? Yes, then there is a problem with you. All right, then you can go to the next level. Have your resume shortlisted? Yes, no. If no, then we need to go deep why it did not get shortlisted. If yes, then why it did not go to an interview? All right. Shortlisted, interview came. I'm just giving you basic information, okay? Because it's a long map that I generally sit with recruiters and map it. Then we pinpoint the problem. Then we rework, okay? It is a pretty broad thing. Now, you submitted, candidate got interview but no placements. Now, the question is, did the person attend interview or not? The person did not attend the interview. Now, why did this person did not attend the interview? No show. Okay. Now, do you know the reason why the candidate was no show? No, I do not know. Then there is a problem with you and your process. You as a recruiter must understand how you communicate and set expectation with the candidate. And if you need to have this, you cannot have the 5 minutes call that works. And the way I used to work, the qualification, generally what happens, general recruiters, they talk, share the requirements, get the rate confirmation, and they go the listing, right? Listing, like name, email ID, phone number, blah, blah, blah. But how my way of conversation is, I write down, I note down for this client what are the information required, and during my conversation, I collect all this information. Whoa, this is one of the secrets. Okay, did you guys found it new, people, that most of the recruiters, they collect information step by step: introduction, requirement sharing, rate confirmation, asking for details. But while talking to the candidate, I collect the information whatever I need. I do not do that chronologically, but I just, with conversation, I take it and I note it down. That is one of the secrets that I followed at my work. You may do that. All right. So this is one of the secrets, I could say gemstone, that you have, that the candidate do not feel that you are interrogating, but you are discussing and trying to understand. Got it? Now, if you have not discussed properly with the candidate, then I'm sure the recruiter who did not know why the candidate did not show up, because there is no objection handling, there is no persuasion, there is no understanding of the possibilities that can stop the candidate to face the interview and so on. So this is all we as a recruiter need to understand. So most of the time we feel that as a recruiter, our experience, our responsibility is just to submit a candidate and then wait till the interview comes in. But you as a recruiter needs to understand that you are there to land the candidate to the offer. So anything that happens in the middle, you have to be on the top of it. And you may ask, Suman, we submit tens of candidates every day. Absolutely. That is a very good thing that you're doing, that you are submitting tens of candidates. But are you keeping the track record of it? Do you remember the first name and last name of the last 10 candidates you submitted? If your answer is yes, look at your placements, that your placements are good. If you do not remember the candidate's name, then look at your placements and it will tell you that why you do not have placements. Simple as that. Okay, so now let me answer a few questions. Okay, there are a lot of questions here. Let me ask a few questions. Let me look at from the top. There are little babies are crying here. I want to learn about different technologies and details. I ask this, do you provide training? Yes, I do. So what it needs? Okay, Nirmal is asking, so what it needs, sir, a hard work or smart work? If you do not work hard, Nirmal, then how do you know you are working smart? Okay. You got to work hard at the beginning so that you will become best at doing things. You can smartly handle that. If you do not work hard, then you definitely have to struggle. Forget about smart work. Okay, like working 10 to 12 hours a day or smart work. Okay, so working in 10 to 12 hours, you need to figure out where exactly you are spending your time. That is what smart work is. What is the output you are trying to achieve? Don't tell me that a submission, you take 10 hours for one submission. Come on, guys. So you are spending 50 hours a week for 5 submissions. Come on, that's a whole lot of damn life that you're spending for one submission. Okay, so that is what you need to focus. For example, to answer to Nirmal's question, smart work, hard work. If you're spending 10 hours for submissions, next day you need to look at it and rework how you can have that submissions in 8 hours, how you can have it in 6 hours, how you can have it in 4 hours or 5 hours. If you could able to bring that time low without compromising your quality, then you are doing smart work, my friend. Okay, smart work should not be affecting your productivity. And next, Venkateshman asks, dealing with W2 requirements is difficult. Can you please let me know how to overcome? Okay, I did not understand that. I want to ask you that, Manjit. Do you also think that portals also plays a very crucial role in recruitment? Because currently where I am working, we are only have monsters and CB only. Absolutely, Manjit. Portal has millions of resumes and they are dedicated to that. Okay, and if you think LinkedIn, sorry, if you think Facebook, GitHub, or Twitter, so many places there are so many candidates. Yes, there will be candidates because we are human beings. Everyone needs a job. That's a different story. But Career Builder, Dice, Monster, these portals are dedicated paid portals who have this information of the candidates who are looking for a job. So now the problem is, it is not the problem with the portal, but it is the problem with the recruiter. How to approach the candidate in order to change the results. So don't blame the portals. Okay, this is not for Manjit, but this is for all the recruiters that don't tell that Dice is not good, Monster is not good, Career Builder is not good. Everything is good, but do you think of your approach whether this is good or bad? If you're sending 50 emails and you are getting 10 replies, have you ever analyzed how I can send 50 emails and I'm going to get 30 replies? If you have not done that analysis, do that, okay, before blaming any portals. Did I answer your questions, Manjit? Yes, portals are good. Manjit has another question. We have to deal with the niche requirements, the infrastructure analyst, cyber security, IT solution architects. A monster will have these resumes, and at the same time, excuse me, you may look at LinkedIn here and there. Okay, for niche skills, it will take time. You got to understand the job need, what specifically the client is looking for. Once you get the candidate, or you, if these are the position which is like more 1 month, 2 months kind of positions, then you need to build a pipeline and you need to have a different approach reaching these candidates. Okay, so that is how it works. It's a big story. Rakhi answer. For example, if I recruit for .NET developer PHP, what basic understanding I should have? Every time I Google the technology and do the submission, but after that we forget about it. No, then that is the wrong thing. You should not forget. So if you are working on .NET or PHP, these are the languages. Okay. Now, how you are going to just don't understand that .NET is a language, object-oriented language. PHP is a different language, but you need to understand that what is the requirement that client is looking for with these skills. Okay, if it is a .NET, what is that else? What else the client is looking for? There could be MVC, the framework, or it's a VB script, or any WinForms, or any. Okay, if .NET is used as language, okay, what is the front end? What is the back end? What is the database? All right, the same way with PHP. Is that they're using CSS, or why the PHP is being used? Okay, is this for a website or for building an application? Why it has been used? what are the different things that a person can be doing. So this is not about understanding the language itself, but remember the associated technologies and the associated responsibilities with it. Okay, if not, keep a notepad or maintain an Excel sheet. As soon as you get a .NET requirement, mention .NET, read the description or whatever in the Google, remember it and put that in there. Okay, with .NET, okay, these are the associated skills. You can mention that. Got it? Now, sir, how to find American vendor list? Okay, you got to connect with each and every people. For example, Brijesh, you have a 100 list for vendors for American vendors. Okay, now do you think you are going to mass email your candidate list and they are going to send you the requirements and you can make placements? So it is all about building relationship. Okay, don't rely on there is a some kind of master list is available and you flash your candidates and they'll jump onto your candidate, says I want that candidate and give you placements. Okay, that will not happen. So everyone has to build their own things with their relationship. Go to LinkedIn, go to Dice, Monster, Career Builder, look at the requirements that your candidate is matching, then connect with the recruiter, explain how you can help them to solve their problems, how good you are, and why you as a recruiter and a company is different from other companies. In that way, you can able to go inside and get more information. But waiting for a master list that you can flash and you get requirements, then I don't know. I have never heard it. If that is something you find it, then awesome. Okay. Debasish Panda. Hey Debasish, how are you? Suman, could you please tell something about this time management? Absolutely. That's a very good thing, Debasish. I'm gonna keep that, allocate that for another call. Okay. Priyadarshi, hello sir. Please discuss some non-IT requirements and how to deal with that. Absolutely. And Priyadarshi, you know that I love to work on non-technical position. Okay. Customer support, financial analyst, business analyst, or any functional position you may say, SD consultant, all right, or SAP HR, SAP SD, or project managers, non-techie, or we can say any non-techie, because technology requirements that we look at it and we understand that, oh, this is Java, this is .NET, this is Hadoop, this is what is that, this is a MuleSoft, this is Salesforce, we can understand that. But the fun is when you have a functional requirement and you go and try to understand it. Understanding the requirement has the key, Priyadarshi. Okay. So now, how you are going to understand? You go to read the requirement line by line multiple times, checking what sort of responsibility the client is asking for. All right, Shubham, I hope you understood it, what I'm trying to say. Okay, so you got to read and understand to make your own strings. Brijesh, how to find direct client requirements? You go to connect with multiple recruiters, Brijesh, or you can go to Dice, Monster, Career Builder, and you see if there is a company who has posted a requirement. You try to connect and you ask. Okay, there are so many Facebook groups are available. There are so many WhatsApp groups are available. If you can connect with recruiters and they may help you. Okay, LinkedIn is the right thing. So build your positioning in LinkedIn and you'll get many people coming in. Okay. Nirmal, again question. Does it all related to subject line of your email to get more response from emails of the or the complete format? Nirmal, that's a pretty good question. So you should not be stopping at the subject line. But again, what if a person looks at your email with the subject line and do not replies to that email? At that point of time, you need to analyze what made that person not to reply. You go to track whether the person is opening that email or not. So how you are going to focus, what is that you are going to write in that email in order for the person to reply you back. It's all about a science, psychology, and it's about a strategies. Okay, that is what I generally teach. How to find engineering manager? Oh man, engineering manager. How to find? Okay, that's a pretty good question. but that's a very broad question. Okay. Hi Suman, what are the mindset should we keep while looking for architect profile? Please explain. So here, first thing you need to focus on, is that requirement paying a good rate? Okay. If your client is paying $40 per .NET architect, I would suggest you not to work on it. No matter what, you cannot find a candidate and that person cannot be placed. If at all you do that, then I do not know. Okay. Now, if you're looking for architect role, you got to really understand the requirement. What is the kind of architecture this person will be doing? What technologies? If you do not understand, you have to go and Google it, because you need to really understand how the architects writes and resume. Okay, generally they mention architecture or they mention architect, all right? .NET architect they mention, or lead architect, or solution architect, technical architect, so many things. If this is a solution architect and technical architect, you need to understand that whenever you get a technical architect requirement, that is related to one technology. Okay, that could be .NET, Java, or anything. If you're talking about solution architect, it means that person will have knowledge and experience with multiple technologies. So here, technical architect is focusing on one particular thing of the project, and solution architect understands the overall thing. Okay, so these thoughts should come in, and you should go in looking for whom you are talking with. Are you talking to a solution architect or a .NET architect? Okay, where exactly the architecture experience came in? Is that from the scratch the person built, or there's a predefined architecture this person edited, or what else the person did? Why the person call himself or herself an architect? You got to ask these questions. All right. Now the question is, hello sir, good evening. Good evening, Sampath. Good to have you here. Manjit, can we also do the email mass mailing on CB? If yes, then can you teach us how to do mass emailing on CB? Manjit, that is a different option that your company has to pay for that. Okay, mass email option, your company has to buy that, then you can able to do that. Most of the companies do not buy. If you buy it, then you got to select from the left, and there will be option provided. You can do it. Okay. Alok, what are the questions we should ask with the consultant? Wow. So there are a lot of questions we should be asking Alok, that we need to understand what we ask, why we ask. Okay. I'll be setting up a webinar on particularly this, then we can connect over there, or a different call. I'm going to get it. Okay. What should we be asking? All right, Sampath, tips and suggestions to freshers who want to start career as a recruiter. Sampath, just get trained first. Okay. Then you understand how the senior recruiter works and how you work. Okay. Once you understand how to communicate with the interviewer, and once you understand what impacts your placements, then you definitely can compete with the senior recruiters. That is the first thing you need to understand if you're coming in. Okay, you need to have a hungry mind, you need to have patience, and you need to have an attitude of learning. Then only you can able to grow in this industry. Okay, and yes, if you have not read the book Nail the Deal, I strongly suggest you to grab the book and complete it. All right, Sampath. Ram is asking, bro, I have 6 months experience. How much salary can I expect in Hyderabad? Okay, 6 months, more than 20,000 you can expect, Ram. You can expect more than 20,000, provided you have good communication and you know what to talk. And if you are able to make the company build revenues, then definitely you can ask 2025. Okay. And that depends how much you're making now. Again, if you're making 5,000 now or 10,000, 20,000 is 100% hike. The company will definitely ask you, why should we pay more? So you got to get your strengths ready to answer to the interviewer. Okay, we are coming down. We are coming down to Shubham. How to deal with the pay rate with the candidate? For example, the client is providing 14 for a position, but the candidate is asking for 17, where the unemployment benefit of the city is 16. Okay. All right. So That's a pretty good question. And if being an unemployment, so here you need to understand, Shubham, why this candidate go and apply for unemployment. Okay, this person directly goes and gets applies for unemployment, and he gets it 16. It is not an easy job. The government is not there sitting with the money and gives money to these people that who do not get money. But this person possibly get the $16 unemployment if the positions the person is applying is less than what the market rate is. Okay. Now, if client is paying 14, then you need to look for a very junior person who can do that work. Okay. And you as a recruiter can educate the client that if the market is at 17, so you cannot do anything else because the person has to pay the bills, expenses, so many things. If at all, by any means, he joins your project, then there are high possibility that that person can leave the job because there is no mental satisfaction and pleasure working in a company and not able to pay bills. Okay. So all the time, as a recruiter, try to do justice to the candidate. Okay. Debashi, Suman, why the interviews with product companies are top to crack for the candidate? Please explain the reality. Are more technical skill driven, right? Because they have a product and they want to ensure whomever they onboard, they should be master in that and they could able to do that. Because once a person joins in a product development company, he has to go in deep of the technologies. For example, you are working with Facebook, and that particular candidate will be working on WhatsApp. So now let's say WhatsApp is built on Java. So now you are looking for a Java architect, and whomever is you send, they reject it. Why? Because they want to ensure that they are hiring an SME who has that mindset of going deep and deep and deep in one technologies for all the time. Okay, that could be a mindset issue, or they wanted to have someone who can definitely do justice to their current team. And if you focus on project based companies, they do not care if you are hiring a candidate for Infosys or Accenture or Tech Mahindra. They work with so many projects, and if a candidate is joining there, then they only focus on how they can take the help of this candidate and release that project. That's it. And they can make this candidate work on some other project. So now in product development company, that is not the case. They have only very limited technologies and they need to find the solutions being working inside. Okay. So did I answer your question? So you may ask to the hiring managers to understand the ground report if that is possible. Okay, Raki has a question. I have 11 years and joining as account manager for an Australian company. What's the CTC should I expect? Okay, Raki, 11 years and account manager, an Australian based company. Okay, so here definitely you should be looking for more than 1 lakh, 1.2 per month. I think that is the ideal if your company is providing, and focus on your incentive structure. Okay, because if you are working as account manager, do ask what is that manager's incentives are involved. If you find incentive is lucrative, and if you think you are capable enough of helping your team to make placements, then it's okay, you can compromise here and there on the salary. Okay, if there is no incentive for the account managers, only managing the account and working with the recruiting team and so on, then you definitely ask more than 1.2, 1.3. Okay. Yes, Shubham. What is the future of non-IT recruiters? Should I go and join other companies and try for IT requirements, or should I stick to this non-IT? Yeah. Well, there is no problem in understanding and learning technical jobs, Shubham. If you think there is a career growth in your company, you definitely work there, and at the same time and keep learning IT requirements. Okay, because We do not know, anytime anything may happen. Okay. All right. We reach to the end. Any more questions, people? Any more questions? So, any new people joined from any locations apart from Vijayanagaram? I got two people here. Let me drink some water. No more questions? I'll wait for 2 minutes and we can definitely close this call. Okay. So, here the thing what controls your productivity is the way you communicate. The communication is not about the phone, email, and your telephone. At the same time, it is not just communicating and bringing that candidate to a submission, but post submission communication is very much important. Okay, and all together will help you to minimize the back out and no shows. If at any point of time, if you are able to tell the client that the candidate is not available, then you are building a good rapport. If you are getting surprises, then there is no rapport. Okay. Shubham, can you suggest how much I should expect in appraisals? Yeah, I mean, Shubham, 15% generally company give for the people who are highly paid, but yeah, according to your performance, it could be 25 and 30%. Okay, it depends on your salary, the manager whom you are working, and your track record. Ram has a question. Please tell me, I'm struggling for job. I have 6 months experience, but companies are asking total tax terms requirements. Ram, I did not understand your question. Oh, okay. Okay, so they are asking you whether you have worked on W2 or not. This question is from Ram Salendra. Is that or what else? Manjit, hello Suman. I'm having 3.5 years experience in recruiting. Currently, I'm making 20K. Okay. Then what is the question, Manjit? Bipin, hello sir. Sorry, I'm late. I am from Uttarakhand. Hey Bipin, good to have you here. Good to have you here, man. We are almost near, and go and watch the replay. And let's see, there are a few more questions coming in. If I could be able to address that. Okay, any further questions, people? Okay, Suman, what would be the ideal experience to look for other opportunities for a recruiter? If I'm having 6 months of experience, when should I start looking? Debashish, at this stage, I would suggest you to focus on building your stability. Okay, don't jump. At least give yourself a time of a year or two, because stability has a higher weightage when people hire you. Okay. Yeah. All right, assuming we have caught up with all the questions, all the answers, and we're going to connect tomorrow 10 p.m. again here in YouTube. Come with a lot of questions and let's interact. Okay. Please make some videos for account managers managing a team. Sure, Raki. That's a pretty good input. I have got few input. Raki said account manager managing a team, and I got an input also on time management. Okay, I definitely shared my perspective. Okay, how did I used to work? All right, guys, thank you very much for being here, and I hope it helped you get few information or a lot of information. And please share this with other people. Okay, please have other recruiters join and learn here with us, so that we all together can make this industry a respected industry. For now, take care and God bless. Oops, there is a few more questions. How much I can get into my experience in technical recruitment staffing, US, considering my good knowledge and total IT. 3.5 years, you can definitely expect 40,000. Okay. Depends on the company you are going to join. Minimum 40,000 you can expect. And that depends on subjective. Okay. Don't take according to my words. If you're good at negotiation, you can make more. Can I join 50K for 6 months experience? 15K? Yeah, you may join, Ram. Thanks. Thank you. Welcome, Alok. Debashish, it's very nice to hear from you. It's gonna be fruitful for sure. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Shailavi, hey Shailavi, your live timing, sir. Shailavi, it's a 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. Okay, no problem. You can watch the replay there, and don't forget to connect 10 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, bye bye. Okay, last question, Shumam. I have 2 years of experience and getting 31 at this moment. How much should I expect in appraisal? Okay, 2 years, 31. If your track record is good, you definitely can expect 15%. So it could be 36,000 altogether. Okay, 7,000 you can definitely expect. All right, bye Ram, bye Ram. Bye people, take care. God bless.